Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving straight into how you can register a doing business as or DBA name right here in the state of Texas. So if you're looking to launch a fresh brand without the massive headache of spinning up a totally new legal entity, well, you're definitely in the right place. Let's just cut right through that red tape and get into it. Now tell me, do you have a truly brilliant brand name bouncing around in your head? Maybe you've brainstormed the absolute perfect, catchy title for a new venture, but honestly, the mere thought of creating a whole new legal entity just sounds expensive and frankly exhausting. Well, I've got some great news for you. You really don't have to do all that. There is actually a much, much simpler path. All right, so here's our quick roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover the basics of a DBA, then look at a DBA versus an LLC. After that, we'll walk through the exact steps to register, and finally, we'll wrap up with how to avoid some of the most common pitfalls. Okay, let's dive right into Section 1, the basics of a DBA, and what exactly an assumed name is. So, what exactly is a DBA? Well, the letters simply stand for doing business as. Now, a quick heads up, if you're doing this in Texas, you're going to commonly see it referred to on official state forms as an assumed name. Essentially, a DBA is just a business name that's different from your official legal business name. It lets your business operate out there in the real world under this new name without forcing you to create an entirely new legal entity from scratch. Think of it like a professional alter ego, or maybe a highly official nickname for your business. It's the face that your business actually shows to the world. And this brilliantly illustrates a concept. Let's say your legal entity name, the boring one on your tax forms, is Prime Digital Solutions LLC. But for your local market, Texas Web Services just sounds a whole lot better, right? By getting a DBA, your business underneath it all remains Prime Digital Solutions LLC, but you get to legally operate and market to the public under your shiny new DBA, Texas Web Services. So why go through the trouble of registering one? Well, a Texas DBA unlocks some massive branding flexibility. It lets you step away from a clunky legal name, it lets you open business bank accounts directly under your brand name, and you can market your products uniquely. But my absolute favorite benefit, it allows a single business entity to operate multiple distinct brands. You could literally have one single LLC running 3 completely different online stores, all thanks to the magic of DBAs. Moving on to Section 2, DBA versus LLC. It is absolutely crucial to know the difference here. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that people mix these two up all the time, so let's quickly contrast them. A DBA is entirely 100% focused on branding. It is not a separate legal entity, and what that means is it offers absolutely zero liability protection. If someone sues your DBA, they are legally suing you. Now, on the flip side, an LLC, a limited liability company, well, that is a completely separate legal entity. It provides a hard legal shield for its owners, but, of course, it comes with a lot higher formation complexity. So, simply put, a DBA gives you a catchy public name, but an LLC gives you an actual legal shield. All right, let's hit Section 3, the exact steps to register and how to file your Texas DBA. Let's walk through the preparation phase here. First things first, you've got to choose a distinguishable DBA name, say something like Lone Star Marketing, and then actually check the state records to ensure it's available. You definitely don't want to step on any toes right out of the gate. Next up is absolutely critical, determining where you actually need to file this thing. Now, pay attention here, because if you're a sole proprietor, you file at the county clerk level. But if you're already an LLC or a corporation, you typically file with the Texas Secretary of State. Once you figure that out, you just carefully complete your assumed name certificate and submit it. You can do that online, by mail, or even in person. Let's move to the execution phase and see how this builds. You'll need to pay a filing fee, and that's going to vary a bit based on your business type and your specific county. After that comes the best part, approval. If you file online, it can process in just a few days. Snail mail, on the other hand, might take weeks. But once you're approved, you can officially slap that new DBA on your websites, your storefront, your business cards, the whole shebang. Just remember to update your existing business records so your entire financial ecosystem actually knows about the change. Now, to save yourself a massive headache later, you really want to gather your paperwork before you even start clicking around. For sole proprietors, the list is wonderfully short. You just need a government ID, your business address, and your new DBA name. Super easy, right? But if you're an LLC or a corporation, you are going to need a bit more info. Your exact legal entity name, your Texas filing information, your address, and the details for your authorized representative. Just having all of this sitting on your desk ahead of time makes the actual filing process an absolute breeze. Okay, bringing us to our final stretch, Section 4, avoiding pitfalls and some of the most common mistakes. So, the crucial point here is that we want to sidestep a few of the most frequent stumbling blocks. First off, please don't choose a misleading name. If it implies you're a corporation when you aren't, the state will reject it, and that's just going to delay your launch. Second, ensure you are filing with the correct office. Remember that big sole proprietor versus LLC distinction we just talked about? Keep that in mind. Third, and people forget this all the time, do not overlook county-level requirements. Even if you're a state-filed LLC, you still might need to file in specific counties where you operate. And finally, if you don't update your bank records post-approval, there is no way you're cashing a check written out to your brand new DBA name. Seriously, don't let a simple admin oversight ruin your big launch day. To wrap things up, a Texas DBA is just a really powerful, super straightforward tool. It gives your branding a massive upgrade without unnecessarily overcomplicating your legal structure. It's really a total win-win for everyone involved. So now that you know exactly how to claim yours, I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about. What will your business alter ego be? Go out there, get creative, and start building that brand. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.